Hello viewers, this is Sanjay Sambui from SHA Infotech Solution Private Limited. We at SHA Infotech Solution Private Limited deals with Oracle database administration, data science and cloud technology. We have a training wing called SHA Data University where we train graduates and professionals who all wants to build a career in either Oracle database administration, data science, or cloud computing. Today, we are going to learn a small topic in Python called exception handling. It's a very small topic, but it's very important in terms of programmer. So let's start without wasting further time. So I just share my screen. Let's jump into our Jupyter notebook. Okay. So now, exception handling is basically at runtime, if there is any exception, we can how we can handle those type of bugs or those type of exception. So now, suppose I take two input from user and I will divide the numbers. So let's see an example. Say I need to store the variable in values from user into a variable. Say I start say num1 equal to, as this will be integer, so I need to put num1 is equal to int input within bracket, say enter. Enter first number and num2, where num1 and num2 are variable, which will store the input value from user. Input, enter. No. No, I need another variable, say result. Result equals to num1 divided by num2. Fine. Now I need to print the result. And finally, I want to print, say, done. No. If I execute this program, so first it will ask for a number. So if I type say 12, and next if I type say 4, so it will display result is 3, and lastly that. Fine. The same thing if I again run this program, and this time instead of giving a number, say I'm giving a number 12, and instead of giving a number I just put 0. Now see what happens. See, here I get exception. The exception is 0 division error. Now, and lastly, it has not printed this done word. Why? Because the moment got an error, it truncates from there and doesn't print or execute the rest of the lines. That means now this portion, while dividing any number with 0, here at this point they got an error, and else it will not print whatever be there below this point. So now when you are running a program and suddenly it got error, and if it is not executing further, then it's a bug in your program. So how to fix this? Now, to fix this, we have to handle this exception, this 0 division exception. Now, in Python, how we can handle this? I just copy this thing, entire thing, or rather I just cut this. So now, in Python, we can handle this using try block. So now try, and inside this, okay, say I just put one thing, say let's keep it like this only, and I just, now where the problem is, where I'm getting the error at this point, basically at this point. So what I do, just above this, I put try block, and here I bring this one, and I need to print this inside this, and when there is a try, if there is any error, it will be captured in except, no, the error is say I put it 0 division error. So 0 division error as EX, and I will print this so EX. Okay. So now if I execute this, say I just execute this, it will ask for value. I give 12. I ask for another number. I just put 0, and see, it hasn't print the result, but it has print the error type, and after that, whatever is there below that, it has print all this. So now instead of giving this, I can put a meaningful information like please enter number greater than 0. Now, if I execute this again, so if I give 12 and then 0, and if I execute it, now instead of giving the error type, now it's showing me customized message that I have entered. Please enter number greater than 0. Okay, fine. This is working fine. Now, again, if I execute this code again, now instead of giving a number, if I put a text and see, so when I put text, it has given me a different error. This error I haven't handled. That's why I got again an exception, and it has stopped running other codes, like below whatever codes. So now what the error is? Value error. Next, I need to handle this value error. So again, for one try block, I can have multiple except blocks. So now again, I need to handle this. So again, I just give except value error, say as E, and I need to print this. Print. I just print again customize message. Just give a message that please enter numbers only. So if I execute now, so instead of giving any character in number, I just give one character. Okay. So I haven't handled this. No. One more thing. Why this error? No, this has given me exception because when I'm inputting, it is basically trying to convert the value into integer. So at this point only, it is giving me error. So I just cut this and I just put the value or put the text inside this try block. And next, this has to be inside this try block. Okay. Now if I execute this, so I just give Sam. So please enter numbers only. So it has executed this except block. Value error. This exception occurred, so it has printed the message that I have written for this block. Now, so is this the way I can accept, like I can have a multiple accept, but how many accept you will write? So we can handle this, or there is another way also. I can just put I just remove this and I just remove this also. exception as EX, and if I print the exception only EX, there you will find it will show the error that has occurred. Now, if I execute this, so now instead of giving value, I just put a text. So it has given me the invalid letter for init base. Okay, this is the basically the error that has occurred. But it has executed the lines that are below this code. So now again, if I execute this, I can put meaningful message here instead of showing the error. Now if I put 12, then 0, there also it should give me divide by 0 error. No. Suppose I want to take value from user and it should give if user has entered a wrong value like character or 0, so it should ask for number from user again and again. Unless and until it got a result, it should not come out of the program. So to try this, we have to use a loop. I have to use loop, say while true. I just put this and all this, all of this I need to tab. Okay. So now if I run this, it will be never ending loop. So now I need to instruct that when to come out. So when it's print, that means now when it prints the result, that means everything is correct. So here you can write break. And if I execute this, while true, okay, sorry, P should be in capital. I have given T in small letter, this is the error. So T should be in capital. Now, if I give any character, if it will ask for enter first number, no, if I give a number, and then if I put 0 here, it will again ask for first number, because the moment I put 0, it gives an error, divide by 0 error. So I put again 12, and then if I put 4, so now it has shown me the break. Okay, break. I have to give B in small letter. I put B in capital. I made a mistake. So now when it's in never-ending loop basically. So just need to restart the kernel. So when you have an infinite loop, you have to restart the kernel in Jupyter. Okay. So now if I execute this, 12 divided by 3. So result is 4 and it has come out of the loop. Now instead of writing break here, I can write the same thing in else part. I just remove this. Just okay, sorry. This should be now. I put this in else part. Else break. So if I execute this now, so again 15 divided by 3, it should give me 5 and the output. But if I have given something else like Q, so it will ask for first number again. If I give 34 and then if I type 0, it will give me error. It will again ask for number. So just give again 34 and say 2. It should give me 7 and come out of the loop. Fine. Now another block is there, like finally. Finally is a block. Suppose we have opened many connections, like when we were doing database connection, we have opened database connection. We need to close the database. That type of stuff we can write inside finally. So it will execute whatever we no in case of except will not execute unless you have an exception. When I have given everything correctly, exception is not there. It has not printed the text inside the exception. But if I put finally here, so it will whatever be, it will print, or basically we put finally when we create a sort of connection. I just give a print statement, print complete. So now when I execute this, I've given a spelling wrong. So that is the thing. Yes. Okay. Sorry. Finally is basically it is asking for without try we cannot use finally. So it should be inside this and it should be inside this. So now if I put 12 then 3, so it will print the finally. The whatever content instead of printing I could have given some connection closer, so that will execute. But unless now if I execute this again and try to get some exception, in case of exception also it will execute the statements or connections that I have created in the clauses that are in the finally. So finally will execute whatever be the whether it's a fires any exception or it completes, finally will execute whatever code you have written inside finally it will execute. This is very important. Many times we need to close the connections or we have to reinitialize the variable. All this stuff we can do it in the finally block. Okay. So this is it for exception handling. If you have any query, you can write it in the comment block. I will definitely help you to give to understand the concept or anything. Please share our channel to get this sort of videos because I have in a mission or to complete to give a training on Python for data science. I will create an entire series. So if you have any question regarding this, you can put it in the comment and like the video. Thank you for today. We'll meet